Hi. It's been quite a long time since we put out a video, but I thought it's important to put out a video now because it's going to be World Mental Health Day. And the theme for this World Mental Health Day is greater investment, greater access. To me, it means that we invest more time in tending for our mental health of our families, mental health of our communities. So if we do find people who have issues with mental health, we connect them to professional help. And greater access is hopefully we're able to provide access to mental health care for more and more people across the globe. Now, today I'm going to talk about something that I feel quite strongly about, especially after having become a parent. So I'm going to talk about how parents of children with mental illnesses or developmental disorders can take care of themselves. Being a parent generally involves so much of worry about our children. And especially when a child develops, let's say, has autism or intellectual disability or develops depression or anxiety, it can be even more stressful for the parent. So we worry about what this illness means, how long will it last, will it get better in terms of, or in developmental disorders, it's about will this child go to school, will this child get a job, get married, things like that. So, and then there's of course therapies, treatments. So there are so many choices and decisions amidst running a family and having a job. So this is about how can we still preserve our mental health, because it's so important when we're tending to children like this that we invest in our own mental health. So there are about 5 to 6 questions I will invite you to ask yourself and work on these things to improve your mental health. So the first thing would be that what are the kind of things that you're doing on an everyday basis where you can slow down and be there for yourself. What I mean is, especially after the pandemic, what I've seen really helps me is waking up before the rest of the family and spending an hour or so just by myself. So sometimes it's just about sitting and doing nothing. Sometimes it's about going down for a walk. Sometimes it's about going down and just sitting. So something where you can just slow down and be by yourself for yourself. So that's one. If there's a little more time available to see whether, if you're religious, going to the nearby temple or going shopping even, or listening to music, reading. So to see if there's some time that you can carve out from your day for yourself. The second question that I would invite you to ask for yourself is, are there small changes that I can make for my physical or mental health in terms of, let's say, sleep schedule? I know that I've been hypocritical and I always talk to people about having great sleep schedules while I had a terrible one. So I would, sleep late, get up late, or sleep early, get up early. But with the pandemic, what has happened is I've begun to sleep from 10:30 to 6:30, and it's done a world of difference. So is that something you could look at making a small change about? A little bit of exercise maybe, to see if there's anything else that eating healthy possibly. So is there a small change that you can do to your physical routine that can make a difference? Question 3 that I would request you to ask yourself is, what are the kind of hypothetical worries that you have about your child that keeps you, always on the worry loop? Lot of times it can be about, like I said before, will this child go to school? How long will we need to be in treatment? Will this child get a job? Will this child get married? I suggest that you discuss most of these questions or all of them with the mental health professional that you take your child to. And also, when you get into this worry loop, actually you have the answers, but you still see yourself getting into the worry loop. to distract yourself by saying, okay, so what is my responsibility towards me and my child today to bring you back to this moment? Question 4 would be, what are the kind of chores that I can delegate to other people that keep my day so occupied? So is there more sharing of chores and responsibility that you can get your spouse to do? Is there once a week that somebody can take care of your child while you're away doing something else? So that's something that I would invite you to think about. Question 5 would be, what are the kind of support networks that you can garner? Do you know of any other people or any parents who have children who suffer from the same kind of problems that your children suffer from? So that I know that discussing with other parents who are going through the same thing can make such a world of difference. And that's something that we at Insight are also thinking about, to see if we can foster communities or support networks for parents so that you can discuss with other parents who are going through the same thing, really. Last, what I would invite you to do is to see if there are any unhealthy ways that you're coping with your worries. I know for a fact that I would cope with my worries sometimes by spending a lot of time online or on the screen. So sometimes when I want to shut everything out, I may just watch endless amount of screen time, which I know after watching a little bit of, I think, The Social Dilemma on Netflix, that's something that I have grown to not do anymore. So I have pockets of screen time that I've designed for myself, so I don't use it to cope that way anymore. And some people use excessive eating to cope. So to look at if there are any unhealthy ways of coping that you're using. So this is a set of questions that I invite you to ask yourself and see if there are small ways that you can change your life towards healthy coping. Now, I know that sometimes things can be so overwhelming that even these questions might be overwhelming, or finding answers to them can be overwhelming. So then all I ask you to do is maybe even once a week or twice, if you can take 5 to 10 minutes for yourself and be in the moment, see what a world of difference that it can make. And do write to me if it makes a world of difference. Thank you.